Okay guys, so I have another case unboxing for you today. This one is going to be of the CiT Prism. This is a case that CiT have brought out to kind of match the RGB market. Now for this price point you're not going to get full RGB like you get with the Corsair cases and the Fantex and whatnot. But it will offer, it says RGB LED fans. They're not full RGB, but they do RGB as in red, green, blue. I'll show you when I have all this out. I have a power supply line over there that I can use to turn them on. So really, I'll go over some of what's here. RGB LED fans, super speed USB 3, HD audio, okay, high speed USB 2, and a mesh front panel. Now I haven't actually seen this case before. I don't know how old it is, how long it's been out. I don't know why there's a cat attacking a piece of metal on the floor either. Thank you, bye. He's after taking an Intel mounting bracket for a CPU cooler with him. Okay. Now we did get the white version instead of the black. You can get one in black and one in white. Okay, so here we have it. Trying to escape from behind the desk. So, I'll pull this off because I'm just going to put it back in its box and put it against the wall, so I don't actually need the plastic on it. So yeah, so we have the mesh front panel. Doesn't click out or anything, does it? No. You have your power button. I'm getting a static shock from this window since I pulled the plastic off. It feels weird. Sorry for hitting the camera with my head. You have a reset button. 2 USB 2, meant to be high speed USB 2. Excuse the moving of the desk. One of the wheels randomly broke on it the other day. We have one USB 3, again a high speed USB 3. And a place where you can put in your own one if you want. The front mesh panel is actually black, so it creates this nice contrast between the white and the black. The side panel window is actually really nicely sized. Especially for Game Macs. Game Macs have a tendency to make the side panel windows really small to just let you see in and see a little bit, but this one is up there with Game Macs and Aerocool and stuff like that. So now getting into the actual case, and take off the front side panel. Excuse me, still have my cough. That's always confused me. Why is it front side panel and back side panel when they're the sides, not the front and the back? I guess we'll just never know. There we go. I can already see stuff sticking to it because of static electricity. But these side panels actually do feel quite heavy. It's nice. So as you can see, we have a power supply shroud, and a pretty good one actually. Let me see. It doesn't look like you can mount another fan here, sadly. So if you see in here, it looks like you might be able to mount another fan. It doesn't seem to be that way. So you have one here and one there. This one cools your hard drive and lets a little bit of air here. This one lets air into the main chamber of the case. But these are multiple different colors. I don't want to call it RGB because it's not true RGB. But yeah, so far it looks pretty good. I'm trying to think. I can't tell if this is micro ATX or ATX. I think it's ATX, and I'm just being fooled by the black and the white, and it's making it compact looking. But I think this will fit a full ATX motherboard. Yeah, because it has all these. A lot of these are breakaway. The top one is removable. The rest of these are breakaway. So that's a bit of a downside, but again, price point of the case. It does not come with a rear fan, but I guess you could just buy anything. In fact, one of the Arctic fans would look really nice in here because it's white and black, and that would match it really well. And also, when you build a system with white and you have LEDs, the white absorbs the light. So if you decide to put those red and you get a red LED strip and all your hardware's red inside and a white fan back here, the white fan will start to look a little bit red, and it'll be nice. So that's it for the main chamber. You can see all your grommets here for your cable management. They give you a pretty good selection of where you can mount your cables, as well as your front I/O stuff. The fan cables is your, I would imagine, your fan controller, or is this to control the LEDs? Control the LEDs, I think. That's quite cool. I wasn't expecting that. There we go. But these are braided. I'm gonna put that back around in the front. Have to cable manage that to get all those out of the way of the fans. I'll move this around now to the rear side panel, no matter how confusing that is. I love how in these cases you can hear when the screws aren't properly holding it anymore, just goes boom. There we go. So as you can see, cable management, you don't get much room at all. You have under here to mount all the cables that you're not using, so you don't have to route them all the way up, so that's nice. As well as you can probably put your SATA power and stuff in there, tuck it in out of the way, but this side panel is stamped and it gives you a little bit more cable management, probably maybe a centimeter. Excuse the hiccups, I don't know why I have hiccups all of a sudden. So as you can see, all of your standoffs are marked with an M, an A, an IM, IA. I think that means mini ITX. And so if you install the full ATX, excuse the dog running and the door opening. If you install a full ATX, it would cover these grommets, and that would mean from the other side you A, wouldn't see them, and B, you'd still have these to route your cables. And if you mounted a micro ATX or mini ITX, you'd be able to use these to plug in anything, so you're not stuck using these and routing them over. So they give you multiple choices for whatever motherboard you're using, and that's something I haven't even seen from some Corsair cases that I've had, which I like. And I also see two SSD mounting places here, and room for 3 hard drives. They are not toolless though, sadly. They just slide in and you screw them in from one side. But for the price you pay for the case, I think that's more than okay. All of your cables here are black except for the end of your USB 2. Front panel audio as well, but they kind of mount up out of the way, so you won't really see them. But these little buggers of yoke are fully black, and so is your USB 3. Okay, so while my feet is getting stuck to a piece of plastic, I'm going to install a power supply. It's just a cheap 300 watt that we have lying around that we'll probably never ever use for anything else but reviewing cases. I'm going to figure out how this works, although I'm pretty sure I have it figured out. It seems like you could actually take this out. You could probably take this out, take out the fans. CiT might sell those fans, and then you could plug them in, so you could have a big RGB system using CiT fans. Or like, I don't know, maybe not. I think I figured out how this works. I'm going to plug in a power supply, hook up the power, and see if I can get it to properly do whatever, and you'll see how the fans work. Now, turn this around like so, get all this in there. You can see this fan here can move up just a tad. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. So Actually, these have rubber mounting here as well, so it's going to reduce vibration. I hadn't noticed that before. But yeah, so I think if you can get this front panel off, I'm not going to pull it off because it seems like it's going to be a bit of a hassle to get it off. And I'm not going to be moving the fans. So if there's another handle under the front and you just pull, they probably wouldn't put that there if the front of the case didn't come off. So I'm going to install the power supply now, and you'll see the fans turned on now in a minute. Okay, so I have the power supply installed. I have it all turned on. Power supply is jumped with a little piece of metal. Or a little, I think it was off a CPU cooler fan, the mounting brackets, and we don't have that cooler anymore. And they were still lying around, so I used one of them to make a power supply jumper. Right now it's on the base red option, but I can change to the green, dark blue, a light blue. I'm not sure how that looks for you. It might look white. It's very bad to see, very hard to see because I have so many lights in here. And then it goes through all the options. Off. A quick pulsing effect that I'm not too much of a fan of. It's too quick. This one's nice, I have to say. This slowly runs through every single effect, and I'm going to turn off the light so you can see this one. Probably still can't really see it. Maybe if the camera moves a little bit closer. Okay, so excuse the redness, but we actually have a red bed sheet over the window to block out as much light as we can. So this is all going to look pink or red maybe to you, but you'll still be able to see what color these are. And now you can really see what it does and how it lights up the inside of the case. And there we go. I am sweating. Oh god, it's warm in this room. For some reason, they decided to give us good weather when I'm stuck inside making a good few videos. There we go. So, I can now turn this off. And you'll see it will actually turn the LEDs off when I plug it out from the wall. Unplug it as well. There we go. So yeah, so this has been the kind of unboxing and review of the CiT Prism. I think it's a really nice looking case. Of course it didn't do everything right, like I would have liked to see actual removable PCIe brackets, but it's a minor thing. They don't look bad. Maybe an exhaust fan would have been nice, but again, you can put in your own. You can put a radiator there if you wanted. Realistically, it's a really nice case, and I think for the price point, you could do a really nice build in it for a pretty decent budget. But that's basically it for now. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.